Hello, good morning. How are you? Thank you for the like. Hello, Megan. Much love and smooches back to you. Good morning, Brittany. How are you? I can't wedge myself out of the chair between two dogs. I need more coffee. That is awesome. I gotta move my coffee pot in this crazy disaster of a nightmare remodel of a kitchen. I need more coffee to deal with all this craziness. I need more coffee. More coffee. The coffee I'm not supposed to be drinking. I told my doctor yesterday there's some things that we can come to terms with and agree on. And there's some things we cannot. Oh, well, that's sweet. I have neighborhood kids, but I don't think they'll ever do that. Actually, I can guarantee you that they will not do that. 100%. I have kids in my own house that won't do that. Aww. Well, I have orders that I have to drink more water. But coffee is based mostly of water, correct? So I'm already starting the, hey, energy ball. I'm already starting the water thing. And, well, that's not enough for another cup, so we'll just pour that out. And, I'm rocking my cup. Yeah. That's kind of how I feel today. Well, it is mostly water. Without water, you cannot, I'm sorry for my thumb. Without water, you cannot fill this lovely cup with, well, sorry, it's up upstairs. It's really weird. Since we're starting to take down the kitchen ceiling, you can hear the pipes very clearly from upstairs. And so anytime anybody flushes the toilet, you know exactly when someone's up. And here comes someone downstairs. We'll go this way because I don't know if she has her morning face on. Though I don't know if she ever really does have her morning face on. So, good morning. Morning face, no? No morning face. No morning face. Yes, I got to walk 5,000 steps a day. That's a lot of steps. No, that's miles. I'm not walking miles.
I know.
Girly friend.
I know.
Yeah.
Try to be funny.
You were so funny.
I tried to be funny.
You were funny.
Try to be funny.
Hee hee ha ha.
Funny. Funny.
You're hilarious. Are you want some more today, or are you just wanting to put clothes on? Hey, Joe. Okay. So, we may do a lot of pacing in my house today. Since when did you start calling me by my name?
I don't know, Linda.
Weirdo. Go take a bath. Weirdo. Hey, Real Dizzy Fonz. Sorry, that was my morning conversation with my daughter. She wakes up and makes fun of me I don't get no sandwich or coffee in bed, Megan. You know, a person is supposed to do 10,000, which, say, if you had a job or something where you were active, that probably would be easy peasy. But when you're a lazy bum like myself, I average like 1,200. So, yeah. Yeah. I'm going to up the data on my phone. Data. It's Kate James from the UK here. Data. Anyway, I'm going to up my data so I can start like going on walks and taking people with me, because you know it's kind of boring walking by yourself. Sometimes I need a solitude of walking by myself, but I kind of like live streaming and walking. I've done that a couple times, and I'm gonna go walk at the lake. Plus, I like to think that people think I'm really weird talking to myself to my phone. So yeah, there's that too. Who thinks you're new? Oh, technical control channel. Yeah. No. It's alright. She's old new trash. She's old trash. She's old news. Technical, you know, we don't beg for friendship in here. You go to the comment and you tell them that way. Where's Triple D to help me with this? Get out of Picker Rick's room and come here. Let's go outside for a minute. I have a question for... Oh, holy crap. There's sun out here. Well, wait a minute. We're going to go back inside because I won't be able to read the chat because there's a bright yellow thing in the sky. How did you only end up being an hour behind me? Did you move? I'm confused. Hey, Rhonda woman. Yeah, Rhonda woman. I need more coffee. This one needs more coffee. Awesome. I'm not going on a road trip anywhere. I might... Well, we're down a car. So that really sucks. But Kayla's out of school now, so I have her car. So I might drive it down to the lake. I could walk to the lake, but by the time I walk to the lake, I wouldn't want to walk to the lake or walk around the lake. So I'd actually have to drive to the lake to walk to the lake. Walk around the lake, if that makes sense. And my daughter's still trying to figure out if she wants to celebrate her birthday today or tomorrow, because she wanted to have like a picnic style pizza, but we're supposed to have tornadic activity tomorrow. So I'm like, let's go to the lake and have it anyway, because they have storm shelters at the lake. I mean, what's family memories than being in the middle of a pizza picnic at the lake with a tornado, right? I don't see the problem. But, yeah, there is a dilemma, but I mean, pizza, tornadoes, I mean, it sounds like a birthday to remember myself, but, you know, it's Ariel, and she don't seem to think that way. So I said, well, we can bring the pizza home and we can sit on the front porch and watch the tornado. I mean, I'm trying to be accommodating here. But she wanted to do it tonight, but her dad works today, and sometimes he's not exactly, say, happy when he comes home. Usually on Friday. Hey, I live in Kansas, Megan. I only know one person. She's a moderator in here. She probably won't come on this early. And she lives in Kansas City. She's born and raised, and she's terrified of tornadoes, and I'm going to drop one on her head. Because how can you be born and raised in Kansas be afraid of tornadoes? I don't understand. It's not no Midwest girl. Nope. So, I'm at 190. My math is right. That's a long ways from 5,000. I I can't walk and wear these glasses at the same time. It just don't work. Oh man, I like my cup. My daughter bought it for me for my birthday. I had a woman get quite upset and support me over this cup. Hello, Jeanette Cleveland. How are you? No. Well, all my pets are usually in the same room anyway because, well, I can't say that because the cats are upstairs, the dogs are downstairs, but, when we have a tornado warning, we go outside. I'm not bullcrapping you at all, Brittany. We all go outside and stand on the porch. And when we got the 90-mile-an-hour winds last summer, we just came inside and watched the weather. But the tornado sirens never went off. When we got the hail and the tornado sirens were going off like 6 years ago, that destroyed our house, busted all the windows out and all that. We only had 2 dogs then. We had Skylar and Baby Boys. And I remember grabbing Skylar. Baby Boys, we couldn't. I mean, he was a very independent dog. And he kind of followed us, but I never really thought about it. We've never really been in that position since we've had animals. I mean, the sirens go off, but, you know, we go outside, and if we don't really see, like, National Funnel Cloud, we just don't. Unless they say that there's a tornado coming our direction, us Kansans just don't do anything. We go outside with our beer, and we stand in the yard. I mean, those interviews you see on TV are not made up. They just try to go find the most redneck person they find to go interview. One day I'll be on there. I don't know. I don't have the redneckish enough appearance. Not in this town, anyway. Well, that's what a lot of people say, but if you grow up around here, like I've lived here my entire 41 years of my life, they just don't faze me. Like, I was on someone's live stream, all types of food review, I think. And they live in Massachusetts or Pennsylvania or somewhere over there. And they were having that kind of weather like day before yesterday or so. And the whole stream was like freaking out. And then here comes me and Miss Daily Shower. She's another Kansan. And then someone from Missouri. And we're like, what are you freaking out about? The sun's shining. You're just in a tornado watch. Here in Kansas, we're in a tornado watch every other day. So it doesn't really... It's just, I guess we're so used to it. I guess it's probably, like, does earthquakes freak you out? Because I'm sure you're used to them. Like here, when we get an earthquake, we all freak out. Because we only get them, like, I've been in 2. 3. And we freak out about it, and we talk about it for days and days and days and days and days. Yeah, exactly. So, like, when you get an earthquake, you're like, hey, did you feel that? That's kind of like how we are with tornadoes. It's like, is it over? Okay, did anybody get hurt? Oh, I'm glad nobody got hurt. Let's go look at the damage. You buy milk. You know, we were talking about that the other day. I was, actually talking to a lady from Canada. And she says, why do you Americans always go buy milk and bread? Like when, you know, get winter storms and stuff. And I said, I don't. I'm going to be honest. When I think we're going to have big snowstorms, which 90% of the time they lie about anyway, I go buy the essentials. Toilet paper, Dr. Pepper, you know, those things. We don't drink enough milk around here to go buy milk. What do you want to go buy milk for? If the power goes out, the milk's going to go bad. Bread, maybe, because you can eat sandwiches. You know, peanut butter and jelly, because that don't go bad. But We rarely eat bread. 'Cause I'm diabetic. I'm not supposed to eat any of that crap anyway. Especially after my little talk with my doctor yesterday. Oh, we had the real coolers. We had the real deal. We have so many coolers around here. Marie! Is Marie in my room? Good morning, Marie! Marie has got really beautiful hair. Nobody has seen it, but I can only imagine that Marie has really beautiful hair. I always remember the toilet paper. We go through so much toilet paper in this house. I could buy stock in it. Marie is always my comedic relief when I can't come up with any. I wonder if our ceiling's going to come down this weekend. My husband will not, Oh, thank you. And I'm using the mug this morning, Marie. So if anybody gets offended, and if my subscriber count goes down, we know it's the mug. We know it's the mug. My daughter bought it for me for my birthday. Because my daughter knows me well. So cleaning the house, moving things from one room at a time, does that make your steps go up higher? We're going to experiment today. I may stay alive all day, just pacing back and forth in my house to see if I can make 5,000 steps. Who's amazing? Marie. Marie is very amazing. Some of the stuff that comes out of her mouth sometimes just makes me want to drop to the floor. Oh, you know what? We actually bought this house to renovate, to be honest with you. Make a long story short, we had a brand new house. It was a double wide trailer, and we got stuck in the mortgage crisis where our mortgages kept going up higher and higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. I got sick and lost my job right after we did this. And I had to go on disability, and we got to the point that we were only living to make a house payment. And so we foreclosed on it. And we bought this house for $19,000, and it will be ours in 3 years. So, yeah. And I kind of like, in the trailer, everything was beige. Beige, 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 beige. As you can tell, in this house, nothing is beige at all. No neutral colors whatsoever. Even after I get my kitchen, it will still be these colors. Well, maybe not so white. I don't know. I really want... My coffee's kicking in. Oh. I really want it to look like a 50s kitchen. And I really wanted to go for a red, but I don't know. But first, we have to fix that. Yeah, like my coffee pot here. Yeah, I can see my floors are... These aren't the floors that are going to stay because there's so much water damage, but I'm going back to these floors. I actually am going to do... See, when they foreclose on this house... Thank you, Marie. I love you. When they foreclosed on this house, they left the water on. And it was, I think it was like October. And the foreclosure company didn't come in until March, so all the pipes froze. So that's why we have this mess. So, since we had to tear this all out, I was thinking I'm going to price it to see how much tin costs to, like, go up part of the wall and the ceiling. Because I know back in the day... The kitchens had tin on the ceiling. I haven't told my husband yet, though. I don't know what he's going to think. I think it'd be less work than sheetrock, though. if you price like the price of sheetrock, and then the tape and the mud and paint and all that, I think the tin would look better and be cheaper. Because as you notice, I have links in the bottom because we're broke people. Because my mom was going to help me with this and then she died. And the state took her money because she was in a nursing home. Anyway, it was supposed to be my inheritance. But anyway, not going to dwell on that. Anywho, I was going to look it up and see if it would be cheaper. But I don't know. I was going to do that around my bathtub, but we'd had to move the bathtub out, and we can't move the bathtub out because of the... We do that all the time, actually. I'm one frugal person, trust me. I am not afraid to dive in no dumpster. I ain't afraid to dig through nobody's trash on the side of the road. On the curb. You know, this is your furniture and stuff. Not cloth furniture, because I'm terrified of bed bugs, but like, most of my stuff came from thrift stores or curbs or dumpsters or was inherited or, you know, along those lines. Not going to ask why there's tape on the floor. Yeah, like all this stuff. Let's not stare up at the light. All these foam thingies, we had it in our upstairs bathroom. And we saved them. There was nothing wrong with them, except for like one. But we just didn't want them. And we took them and we put them up in the attic. And we're going to use them for insulation in our attic. Good morning, Kelly. How are you? Just drinking the coffee out of my offensive mug. Trying to get 5,000 steps in. Yeah, and we're also using... This is just a temporary fix because we want to make the house warmer and nothing's done up there. But, let me see. We try to tear all the nasty of it out. This stupid paneling right here, they've had it everywhere. And we're taking it and we're putting them foam things from the ceiling up, and then we're putting this over the top of them to try to keep it a little bit warmer or cooler, energy efficient, until we decide what we're going to do up there, which will probably be years down the road because we got to fix the main living space before we worry about the attic. So, yep, I'm a reuse type of person. Very much so. So that is. And that's what color it was before we painted. Because we had to move that cabinet. And I didn't paint behind it. Sweet emotional status. We don't do that in here. Do I have a mod in here? Ugh. My phone won't let me do anything. Yeah, that's what that is. And that's a lovely wallpaper that was in here before I painted. Ugh. I know wallpaper was a thing once, but... Sweet emotional status. If you want to make friends, just go to their page and comment on their video. Me too. And I was telling my husband, I said, you know what I like about this house is when I get tired, like the paint in there, I'm not liking it. Just go and spend a couple, 20, 30, 40 bucks and buy new paint and it's all gone. But I just painted over this paneling because this paneling was already painted over once, and yeah, it looked like that. And it was disgusting. I'm sure it was originally white at one time. Gross. Well, guys, I'm at 310 steps. So yeah, I think I'm just going to up my data, and I'll just take you guys out for walks around the lake, and I'll talk to my phone without earbuds or anything, so it don't look like I'm even having a phone conversation, because I live in this really small town where everybody knows you, and everybody's camping out there and stuff, so they'll just think I'm a Looney Tune, and that's kind of what I want, because, you know, I don't particularly want anybody to become buddy-buddy with me. Not around here. Oh, this town ain't bad, but, you know. Was you guys barking at the mailman? I don't think he was here that early, guys. I just don't think so. The worst thing about remodeling is you want to clean up, but you don't know where to put anything. Like, this entire desk is crap out of there. And I'm not pregnant. It's just all my fat goes to my belly. I can't put it back in there. So what do I do with it? Really, this isn't Lynda's complaining hour. It's just my life. Man, I don't know. They changed my medicine. Every time they change my medicine, I get all, like, weird in the morning. I know it's to motivate me, but dang. Anybody want to do dishes? I don't. We have 8 people in here. Nobody's talking to me. I'm just rambling. So there's not dead silence. We dislike dead silence in the house of chill. I need my tripod. That would make this easier. I'll go on the search for that. Good morning, Shannon. I was talking about dropping tornadoes on your head a little while ago. All my sunflowers are wilting up and wilting away. Well, I had my doctor's appointment yesterday. Don't tell me to rotate. I'll tell you to rotate. Hold on, guys. I'm putting you in my tripod. And, well, anyone who's been here for a hot moment knows how well this works. Okay, there we go. I went to my doctor's appointment yesterday, and it was kind of... I have all these strict orders I have to do. I have to walk 5,000 steps a day. I have to get at least 30 to 60 minutes of sunshine or vitamin D. But there, I got triple D. Does that count? There. I just need 10 minutes of triple D, and I got it done. I'm using my offensive cup today because... yeah. Hi. Good morning. I'm walking and cleaning and walking, or stepping to get my steps. And I'm over it. Is that true, just me? That is interesting. Well, I'd probably be one of those 440,000 people. There's only so many things one person can change in their life. Now, I'm trying to, like, get motivated, stay more active, get in control of my diabetes, get more active and control of my fiber, because that's what was wrong with my foot, lose weight. I will stop smoking in due time. Speaking of which, my vitamin D levels, you know, that's a funny thing. I have issues with my minerals and my vitamins. I always have had that issue. My vitamin D is always good. But the reason why she wants me outside getting vitamin D is to help with my depression issues that I'm having. She thinks the sunshine will do my mental health good. I don't know where that came from. What is Triple D's message of the day? Did I miss it? I was yawning. I have a very good doctor. Let's see, has the sun moved just a bit so I can go out? Nope. I want to go outside and chat with you guys, but I can't see my son. I can't see my son because the chat's in the way. Well, the 1 year anniversary of my mom passing was just a week ago today, so you know, I'm still dealing with that. And my best friend in my actual life messaged me yesterday and gave me some news that was pretty, things I didn't really like. So, yeah, and I'm kind of like I'm not an empty nester, but I kind of am. My kids are still here, but they're not. Well, they're needy. Oh, God, they're needy. But, they're adults now, so. But I'm going to up my data so I can, start taking the dogs out, because I think I'd rather grind their nails down on the gravel and concrete where they'd rather do it than go spend all the high money to go have them clipped. Is that sad? No, I think nature should do it. I would do it in the morning, but I don't want to take Kayla's car. Yeah, these steps aren't... I'm at 422. Yeah, it's going to take out of my house budget, but I don't need a house if I'm dead, you know. I will not smoke on camera. Occasionally I forget and I do, but I won't, out of respect for people who do not like it. That's just how I am. I don't smoke in public around people who don't like to smoke, so I don't do it on camera. Thank you, Triple D. Thank you. And I got to drink more water. I said, well, I drink coffee every morning. That's water. She laughed at me. I didn't find it funny. So my goal today is to at least do 3,000, because I'm not going to like shoot for the moon and then not be able to move tomorrow. So, oh, it's up board. Oh, and Triple D, since you're the only one I think that's here that would really, that's been here to understand this. I told her what my psychiatrist told me when I go in there, and she's like more concerned about my weight than my actual mental state. And my doctor told her to call my primary doctor, because my primary doctor is the one that should be concerned about my weight, and my primary care doctor isn't concerned about my weight. I must file a chair. So now I can tell Miss Long, because she's not an actual doctor, she's a PRNAR or whatever. I don't even think I got those initials right, but anyway, she's a nurse practitioner or whatever. That she can take what she thinks about my weight and shove it where the sun don't shine. Yeah, she's constantly, before we even talk about anything about my psychiatric issues, she's worried about my weight. My doctor's not worried about my weight. She's worried about other things. And she said once I get those things under control, then I probably won't have to worry about my weight, because I'll probably start losing weight. Because I've not always been overweight. My primary doctor says I have a lot of things against me. That's why I'm having trouble losing weight. So, but I'm not gaining. So that's why she's not worried about it. In fact, I lost 5 pounds since the last time I was there. So, £5 in 3 months really isn't anything to write home to Mom about, but really there's a lot of other issues that you have to fix before you can start losing weight. I can't start losing weight if you know, there's a lot of things you gotta fix first. You know, you can't tell a comatose person to get up and start running when they've been in bed for 2 months, you know? So. That's really hard to do because the little thingy's over there and I can't read the chat when I look into the camera. So, I can't look into the camera. I'm looking into the camera, I can't read the chat. I believe. It's just sometimes hard to stay motivated, so I need a motivator. So I talk with my husband, which is a very good motivator. Now, the 2 other adults in this house, not so much, but, you know. Molly Dolly, hello, sweetheart. Oh, and they changed me from this, like, experimental, like, new diabetic med back to metformin, and I remember now. Yes, I believe. Hey, Food Delight. Oh, hold on a minute. You know what? Speaking of the royal wedding, I actually talked to some British people who are not exactly happy about that British wedding. I'm kind of excited to watch it, but I'm not going to be able to because it's my daughter's birthday, but nor do I have, I guess it will be on the interweb somewhere. But I guess the British people have to pay for that. That makes no sense to me. I thought the royals were rich. Why do the people have to pay for it? At 441 steps, we're sitting down for the minute. Oh, and I'm also supposed to be getting chiropractic care, acupuncture, and massage. And I looked at her and I said, I will do the chiropractic care because we got an awesome chiropractor here. I love Dr. Farr. And I can afford that. My insurance pays a lot of that. Oh, speaking of which, I gotta show you all this here in a minute. I gotta get it prepared. But massages are freaking expensive, and I have no idea where you go to get acupuncture. Okay, I don't know how many of y'all are diabetic in here, but this little insulin pen here, I got 4 of these to last me until they resync my pills because I get all my medicine at one time. I'm going to show you something. Don't mind the tape on the floor, my daughter's mess over there. I'm going to show you something. For 4 pins, and I usually typically get 8 of these at a time. I want to show you how much they cost, the insurance paid for. Can you believe that? For 4 of them. And that's only half of the prescription. I never really looked at these before. But I started you out with the good one. This is the one that I only take once a day. Molly probably knows what I'm talking about. This is my long acting one that I just take once a day. Okay, so there's that one. The one that I get like, I think 24 pins of a day, a month, that I take 3 to 4 times a day. Are you guys ready? I got 4 pins of these to last me until I get my refills in the... Obviously, that was so much that it made my YouTube app break down. Anyway, for this pen here, my Novolog that I take with every meal, and then sometimes every once in a while in between if my blood sugar just won't come down. I get like 24 of these a month, but I just got a partial script because it increased it a little bit. So this is for, I think they just gave me 4 of these too. So I hope you're all sitting down. I never looked at these. I almost threw up. Okay, are you guys ready? Are you ready? 4 of these. One of these pens lasts me about, well, I take 55 units, and, oh, let's see how much is in here. There's 250 units in here. I take 55 units 3 times a day, so you can do the math. Are you guys ready? 4 pens. Let me flip it around. 4 pens now. Not even a full prescription. Now you explain to me, because I didn't have insurance for a long time. What if I didn't have insurance? Explain to me. That's not even for a whole prescription. Explain. I'm going to do a video about this because my prescriptions will renew and they'll bring me all my prescriptions for 1 month. And I'm going to actually look at these because I never do. And I'm going to get the real cost of how much a whole prescription of this costs. Because I cannot imagine if that is what 4 costs. And Molly, I'm sure you know what this is, exactly what this is. Okay, well, I'm not even done yet because in order to use these, and Molly's probably, because she's an RN, she's probably really going to shake her head. Let's see, is there a price on this one? No. But I have to use these little things on the top of these in order to make them work. I use the same one for the pen because I can't, I have to pay a, I don't have to pay a copay, but I have to pay a copay on these. These are $75 a box if I didn't have insurance. So on top of what these cost and what those cost, you have to pay $75 a box. And then, if you don't have insurance, these are $50 for 50, and I have to use 3 of them a day. So, just on a serious note, I was just thinking about that yesterday. So in a couple days, when I get everything I need for everything, I'm going to do a video about that because, like my daughter said, you know, she's uninsured right now because she's a 19-year-old college student. So she dropped off of everything, and my husband can't afford a family plan of insurance at his job. What would she do in that case? I mean, is this actually what she would have to pay, or would it be more? Because our insurance and medicine situation is a freaking scam. Because insulin has been around forever. Why is it that expensive? And my metformin was $1.33. I think it would be an interesting topic. Do you guys think it would be? Would it be something interesting enough to make a video about? That just blew my mind. $1,000 for 3 or 4 pens. And I'd be interested if anybody would... I mean, I don't want personal information. That's why I blocked out all my information. But I'll be honest. My insurance... I go through Medicare Part D. So I have a private insurance company that pays for my... Or not pays, but insurance company that I use for my medicine. Medicare does not pay for mine. So, I'm just curious. Really curious. And I don't have a copay because I paid all my copay this year, so that's 100% what it costs. Alright, Marie, I'll be here. Pacing back and forth. I'm just taking a break. I'm not going to push it too hard today. But I just thought that'd be interesting, and I'm thinking about, yeah, it is. I'm really interested. I've talked to somebody in Canada about how their insurance worked. I've talked to somebody in the UK about how their insurance worked. I've never talked to anybody in Australia about how their insurance works, but I know the price of these went up when the whole EpiPen fiasco happened. But Novolog and Humalog have been around forever by Medicaid. Is that something that while you're working you just pay, or is it universal? You just get it automatically, or... I drink flavored water too. Actually, after I drink this coffee, I will show you exactly what I drink. Triple D. I do not like plain water, but I will drink flavored water. Did you just see what I pay for my... What my insurance pays for mine? And that insulin has been around forever. Forever. It used to come in a little bottle, and you used to have to buy little needles and stick the needle in and draw it up, and before they came up with these fancy little pins. And you would think they would be cheaper in these pins than doing the vial and the needles and all of that. Oh, okay. I don't know why we can't get our act together over this. Big pharma, that's for sure. Well, they better fix it. Well, isn't insulin a natural growing thing? Can't they just like, I'm gonna have to look into that. That is interesting. Right, I don't understand why our government is having such a hard time figuring out how to deal with our insurance crisis when every other country around here is a good example of how to fix it. They just choose not to. No, I talked to Canadians and I've talked to people in the UK where they have flaws in that system too. I'm sure no matter what you do, there's going to be flaws, but like, my doctor asked me, she said, what does your endocrinologist say? Which is the doctor that I should be going to about my diabetes. And I said, I can't afford to go to her. She said, I thought you have insurance. I said, I do, but Medicare only pays 80%. I have to pay the other 20%. Good morning, little dumpling. I already go and have to see my primary doctor every 3 months. I have to go see Dr. Willman, who's a rheumatologist, every 3 to 4 months. I have to see my psychiatrist every 3 months. So there's 2 specialists, 3 specialists and a primary doctor. And now you want me to go get massages and acupuncture. What? And sometimes she even told me, she said, sometimes I have to stop back and think. Because, see, she is a doctor, and her husband's a surgeon. So, perhaps money really isn't an issue for them. Well, this is how it worked for me, Molly. When I got sick back in 2010, and they told me that I couldn't work no more, and they cut my driver's license in 2, and I couldn't drive for a year, and all that, and I had to go on Social Security because I'm on disability Social Security, not SSI, because I worked for mine. Anyhow, I didn't have insurance for 2 years because that's how great our government is. They put you on disability Social Security or disability SSI. Well, if you're on disability SSI, you get Medicaid, so you're all right. But we made too much money for that because my husband works and I almost max out my Social Security because I worked so much. But anyway, so you do all of that, and then you're not eligible for Medicare for 2 years. So I had to sit here for 2 years. I was not eligible to get on my... See, when I worked, I could not get on my husband's insurance because I was offered insurance at my employer. Well, when I got sick, I could not get insurance from my employer anymore. And then when my husband tried to get me on his insurance, I had a prior existing condition, and I was not allowed to get on his insurance. I was stuck. So I racked up $275,000 medical bills. So there's only one thing you could do. I filed bankruptcy. Because they froze my bank account is what they did. I had so many debts that they froze my bank account. And I went to a bankruptcy lawyer and I said, what am I supposed to do? Give $2 to each one of these places? I mean, I have a stack of medical bills that is probably 2 foot high. Who's supposed to get their money first? If I pay off this bill, this collector is going to freeze my bank account. If I don't pay this bill, this guy is going to freeze my bank account. What am I supposed to do? So they all got it in the end because I just filed bankruptcy. So screw it. Big write-off for you guys, I guess, because I can't pay it. You know, I paid into Medicare all the years and all that. Why don't I get Medicare when I signed up for my Social Security? That makes no sense. Nothing in the government makes sense whatsoever. Nothing. So all you guys out there who think that if you have a disability and you're going to actually get disability insurance right off the bat, you're not going to. So that's my government rant for the day. So we can move on to something else. We can actually go outside now that the sun isn't glaring right out in the backyard. I don't get annoyed with you, Triple D. You can try, and you can try. It'll never happen. I had no trouble getting mine, but I think, for me, I had a lot of things in my favor. I had a very good work history. I worked at the same place for, we'll look at Kayla's car so somebody else can give me the make and model and tag number and all that. I had an excellent work history, and I had a lot of doctors with a lot of medical evidence. So I think that's one reason. They took my driver's license. I think that was another reason. And the third reason is I went and had a psychiatric exam and failed. So, but I did it all by myself. I never got a lawyer. I failed the first time and got it the second time. So it took me about 7 months, I think, to do it. Look at my trash cans, my trashy yard. My money is taxed. I pay taxes on my money every year at the end of the year when I do my taxes. Some people don't. You have to make over a certain amount to get taxed, but I get taxed. I could have taxes taken out every month, but I just choose to do it at the end of the year. Oh, hey, Cooking Passion. And by making too much money, that doesn't mean I get a lot of money. It's just the government thinks I make too much money. I'd make a decent amount if they wouldn't take so much crap out. By the time they take out my Medicare deductible and my Part D deductible and all that crap, they take about $250 away from me before. They take all my money. Hello, Nathan Likes Drums. This is my trashy backyard. I could get steps in and clean it up. Cleaned it up last fall, but my husband's kind of very messy and disorganized. Triple D, I have a story. You like stories. I have stories. Are you here, Triple D? I don't know if you can see it. This is one of the most scariest moments of my life. Kayla's car used to be mine because we bought it brand new a long time ago. But if you see, where's my finger? Okay. If you see, focus. Okay, right underneath the headlight, do you see where the paint is all chipped off on the bumper, right? Right there. I can't really point because, right up there. In 2000 and, when was that? It was right after my dad died. So it must have been December 2007. We had like the worst ice storm ever. And we didn't have electricity for like a week and a half. That's how bad it was. And a day and a half probably after the ice storm, I had to go to work. And it was like 5:30 in the morning. And I remember I had the girls with me. And the girls would have been, in 2007, Ariel would have been, 10, about to turn 11. And Kayla would have been 9, 8 or 9. Anyway, I'm driving down this paved country road, or dirt road. I don't know what y'all call me, where you're from. But anyway, it is dark. It is the darkest, eeriest thing when there's no lights on whatsoever. No like porch lights or nothing like that. Nothing. It is pitch black. No nothing, right? And I'm driving along and I can't see anything. And I seen something in the road, but I couldn't really tell what it was. And it was an electrical line. And I couldn't stop fast enough and I hit it. And that's where the electrical line hit my car and I snapped it. And it flew up over the car. And all I can remember was telling the kids to duck. Because I thought the electrical cable was going to come through the car. So that's a little story.
Are you talking about the time where the ice storm?
Yeah, because I was sitting outside and I seen the little mark on the bumper of your car. And so I asked them if they wanted to hear a little story about that little spot on your car and how it got there. And how it freaked the crap out of me. How I thought we were going to have an electrical line come through our car. Because it was so low to the ground that the headlights didn't catch it. And it was so thin that it kind of blended in with the road. And being that, I mean, it's out in the country. So it's not really light out there anyway. But there was no, like, people have, like...
It was dark.
You know, out in the country, people have, like, their yard lights, like street lights with their yard lights. And porch lights and all that stuff on it. Kind of illuminates a little bit. It was so freaky dark. And you just cannot see this line. And it snapped, and you could hear it snap, and I could see it fly. I thought we were all dead. I thought we were all going to get decapitated. And then the next thing that freaked me out was that my husband was behind me because he was driving to Atchison. And I'm only naming towns because Shannon knows exactly what I'm talking about. And he couldn't go the typical way he went because all of the power poles were down on that road, so he had to go the back way. And he was behind me, and he was right behind me. And I didn't know where this, because this power line broke with some force. Because I was probably doing, 45, 50, 55 miles an hour? Because there was no ice on the road. And I didn't know where the line was going, or if it was going to hit him. But it didn't hit him. So, yeah, that's a story the girls remember quite well. And they weren't really all that old. What, 9 and 11, 8 and 10? Somewhere in there?
I just turned 9.
You just turned 9, so Arrow would have been 11. About to turn 12. Oh, it's like word. I don't know how I'm going to get these steps in today. I'm already tired. This medicine messes with my tummy. They said it was going to, and it is. You guys might have to watch the clock or talk to my daughter. Why don't you play your game? I'll give him something to watch. Or I could just end my live stream for a bit and then come back. I could do that. I've been on for an hour, so I'm going to take a little break and then I'll come back and I'll talk to you guys in a little bit when my stomach settles down from this stupid new pill I'm taking in trade of my other one. So if anybody wants to go talk about the house pill. So, anywho, I will see you in a little bit. Probably about half hour or so. Bye-bye.